What's up, guys?
Oh, YouTube, you guys. Oh, we're here. Just make sure to like it.
I would have clicked out of the video by now. YouTube voices, man.
Listen, sometimes if you can't beat them, join them. The culture has been defined.
The culture has already been defined.
Yep. So, YouTube, you guys, we're just here. We're gonna show you. This is a great video, you guys, making a tier list. Oh,
tier list movie musicals, pretty simple. I love a good movie musical.
And I love a good tier list.
It's the best of both worlds.
Hannah Montana.
I say we just get into it.
Just dive right in,
my guy.
Yeah,
let's just dive in.
What's up, dude?
What's up, my guy? What's up, dude? So before we get into the sorting of it all, let's talk about how we're going to sort these movies.
Right. Before you can sort them into the houses, you have to know what the houses are, you know?
Yeah.
Harry Potter metaphor.
Harry Potter. Sure.
Like a simile. Anyway, the bottom tier, the worst tier, this is where you don't want to be if you're a movie musical. Worst tier, vocal damage. It's like, I just get nodes watching it. It's so bad. It's just not
good.
This is a movie that defines the genre in a bad way. This is a movie that makes flyover country America be like, this is why musical theater sucks.
Yes.
Because of movies like this. Vocal damage, bottom tier.
The next tier up is flat. You know, sometimes a movie musical just falls flat.
Yeah, it's a double entendre. It falls flat because the movie isn't good, or it's like, The Wizard and I! And it's like, oof.
Ugh.
Gosh, you just didn't stick the landing there.
Next tier up from that, middle of the road, is choices were made. Sometimes good choices, sometimes bad choices, sometimes both, just choices.
The credits are rolling and you're looking at the screen and you're just kind of like,
yeah, sure.
Next year up after that, girl, this is standing ovation, honey. That's like, I am on my feet, I am clapping, you did it. Meryl Streep was probably in it.
Likely.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go,
let's go!
Like, this is just, I was solidly entertained. You deserve my praise. I'll see this again. I'll recommend it to my friends.
I'll probably do at least one movie night themed to this movie where everyone dresses up.
Nice.
Like, that's a standing ovation.
A gift that keeps on giving. The top tier. The ultimate. This is where you want to be. This is like the most esteemed review you could get from the Sam and Ryan stamp of approval Bureau of Movies.
Defying gravity. We thought about just putting that noise in there, but we didn't really know how to translate that to text.
Never gonna bring me down. I hope you're happy. Look at her, she's wicked. Get her. Bring me down. Yeah. Anyway, those are the tiers. You still watching? You having fun?
Yeah. So let's get down to business
to defeat
the heart. Now, it would not be a conversation about movie musicals if we didn't bring up Cats.
Boo, hiss, pun
intended. We don't even have to talk about this longer than...
hiss? You don't like my pun there?
I like
Cats hiss?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
You didn't laugh.
Well,
so
I
I
don't want to talk about cats for longer than we have to.
Right.
So, you know what? I'm just going to get straight to it.
Yeah,
vocal damage.
Vocal damage.
Are we surprised? No, that's why we're getting it out of the way first.
Cats is bad. The musical is bad, the source material is bad, the movie is bad, it's garbage,
vocal damage.
It's trash. I'm sorry if you disagree, but if you do, you're wrong, and I think is the problem.
I think that's the problem.
Let's introduce you to some real musical theater, because this is not it. Okay, well, yes it is. I mean, Cats established a huge precedent on Broadway.
What I'm trying to say. You can tell that I've been trying to make a joke about cats, and you're just pushing through. Trying to sing Memory will give you vocal damage.
That was the joke?
It would have fit better. You know what? Let's move on.
Thank God I steamrolled. I could have saved you from that embarrassment, frankly.
Memory!
Ow.
Vocal damage. Okay.
Me. Ow. Thanks.
Dang it! That was better.
So yes, I know.
Okay, let's move on.
Yep.
Up next, we have a movie musical that we actually recently rewatched. Did you just blow into my ear?
I think I just breathed. Yeah, I'm just, sometimes you need to let out what you took in, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Lungs.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods!
Into the Woods! Into the Woods, man. Honestly,
Slappity slap slap.
A great movie musical. Yes, James Corden is in it. But James Corden, he does a good job.
He does.
He does a good job.
I don't know if it's because they taped it and he just didn't hit the mark, or if they made some kind of executive decision. The fact that No More is not... That's the climax of the movie, and the fact that that's not in there is genuinely an unforgivable mistake that I think about probably twice daily. The movie still stands quite well despite that grave error.
And I think the casting all around is great.
Absolutely.
And it's so well done. It's a beautiful movie to watch. Hair, costume, voices, acting, great. You know? It's great. But it's not perfect. It doesn't defy gravity for me.
So it's a standing ovation.
I really love the adaptation.
Yeah, lots of people don't, and I'm completely comfortable with you feeling that way.
This is our tier list.
And this is our YouTube channel, so you know what? Our opinions reign supreme here. Come on, we should date.
We should. West Side Story. And obviously not the one with Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler, because that's not out yet.
As of the taping of this. That's not been released.
So we're going with like OG film adaptation, West Side Story. A classic. You could say.
Should say
it is.
We have put on the silver screen a timeless collaboration between Sondheim and Bernstein.
Yep. Now... Natalie Wood as Maria was a choice. For lack of a better word.
Whoopsie.
You know, it's
a choices were made.
It's a choices were made. It's there are a lot of lovely things about it, but then there are other things about it that are just like,
what was that for?
What was that?
Yeah.
I think it belongs in the middle of this map.
Yeah, I do too.
Up next, In the Heights. You probably, if you're a fan of this channel, already know our opinion on this.
Vocal damage. It's so bad.
Shut up. We love...
It's a perfect movie.
In the Heights. It's a perfect movie.
It's literally a perfect movie.
Like, my jaw was on the floor for a majority of the movie. Almost the entire movie, if I'm being completely honest.
I think my mouth was generally closed, but I still had a great time.
Yeah. The performances were fantastic. The visuals were stunning, costumes were great, dance numbers were spectacular.
Let's go, John Chu.
I love how they adapted the story for a movie.
Yeah, like, changed some things around. I think it made the story better, frankly.
Yeah.
Like,
it's perfect in my eyes. Oh! It defies gravity.
Absolutely, Hundo P. Say less.
Yes. Yeah. No more.
Great. No more questions. Please. It's No More from Into the Woods, the song they cut. You said No More. Just brought me... I think about it twice daily. That was the second time. This is the greatest show!
Is it?
No.
Next.
Yeah, do we have anything else? I mean, Greatest Showman was fine. I don't understand why everyone thought for it.
It's flat. I think people fought for it because, like, they heard that song, that This is the Greatest Show, out of the movie, and they were like, whoa, this makes me feel so empowered. But then when you watch it in the movie and the music don't line up at all.
Correct.
The movie on itself would be a fine family film. The music on itself is also lovely in its own way, but they just don't work together. I think it fell flat. I think it's flat.
Yeah. I mean, also, all the shine of 1,000 stars. Like,
it's not even her voice. That kills me.
It kills me too, but that song is fierce. Like, Pasek and Paul are incapable of writing a bad song.
Correct.
The songs are so catchy, but if you just have really catchy songs and then just, like, stuff happens, that's not a musical. But because this had a big budget and had a big studio behind it, and I went to theaters, and Hugh Jackman and Zendaya and Troy Bolton were in there, everybody watched it. And the thing that really bothers me about these, like, original musical movie concepts that are not tethered to Broadway in any way is that, again, like, flyover country middle America people see that and they're like, oh, this is what musical theater is. No, musical theater has catchy songs and a good story and fantastic performances, and you walk out feeling something more than just like, oh yeah, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You have to do better than that if you're gonna introduce people to a brand new genre that constantly gets pooped on because it's misunderstood. That's just my soapbox about this. It did fall flat. That's where it lands. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera is potentially my favorite musical. I love the movie. the movie musical with Emmy Rossum and surprisingly Gerard Butler. I didn't know that was Gerard Butler for the longest time.
What?
Like, they were like two different actors in my brain because I fell in love with the Phantom of the Opera when I was like 14, when I stumbled upon that movie.
The musical or the actual guy?
I know, that's why
right.
I was like, wait, the Phantom of the Opera. I love the movie. I just think it's beautiful. Costumes, performances, joy. I mean, for me, I know it's not perfect, but for me it's standing ovation. Like, for the masquerade number alone. It is.
Haven't you seen it on Broadway?
Yes.
So you know what the masquerade number is supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I love the Broadway production. Like, I
right,
sobbed
but
when I saw
when
it.
you again, musical movies are taking a genre and they're popularizing it to introduce that genre to a bunch of other people who never would otherwise see it.
Uh-huh.
And Phantom of the Opera is like one of the quintessential classic musical theater masterpieces of all time.
Yeah.
And so when you take that and you distort it and you Gerard Butler all over it, and then you put it in the theater and everyone's like, oh, this is what Phantom of the Opera is? I'm just like, I don't know, it fell flat to me.
I'm not gonna go as low as flat. Maybe I'll meet you in the middle and say that, like, choices were made. Because... Democracy.
I love that. Okay. I say flat, you say standing ovation, we land in the middle. Ovation. And but that's the T.
Choices were made.
You know what? That's how you do this, y'all. That's how you do this. You have to... It's a give and it's a take. It's a Phantom and it's an opera.
Now, this next one is a fan favorite in our household, in our friend group, in our lives, in the world. Mamma Mia.
Defying Gravity.
It is...
Absolutely.
I mean, ABBA, you can never go wrong with ABBA.
T.
Meryl Streep,
T.
Amanda Seyfried.
T.
Everyone...
What?
I was going to say everyone in this movie is perfect.
Everyone in the movie is Pierce Brosnan. Is that what you're thinking right now?
Yeah, I forgot about Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah, he's bad.
SOS.
You're acting too much.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Think about pooping. Think about pooping and then sing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Can we give it a standing ovation because he's that bad in it?
He's really not good in it, and I love this movie so much.
I think we have to give it a standing ovation. We can't give it all the way a Defying Gravity.
Yeah, I think it's a standing ovation.
Pierce is the gravity. Pierce does bring us down.
Alright, what's next?
Next we have Footloose. Why is this on our list?
I forgot that Footloose was a movie musical.
Yeah.
But in 2011, some dude in Julianne Hough did the Footloose movie musical adaptation.
Wait, it wasn't Kevin Bacon, was it?
Well, he was in the original.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess that was the original movie musical adaptation.
Which one are we talking about?
I was thinking of the 2011 one with Julianne Hough.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean,
I don't know that I've ever seen the Kevin Bacon one, if I'm being completely honest.
It's pretty,
bad?
I love Footloose. My high school did Footloose the year before I got there, and like I just remember I went to it like 6 times and they performed it like 8 times. I just remember watching it being like, this is what theater is. I want to be them. Like, this program is so cool. This musical is so good. Like, I want to sing like this. I want to act like this. I want to dance like this. Like, I can't stand still. I sang I Can't Stand Still for Patti LuPone. Like, she coached me through it. She was like, higher key, work harder. It was so fierce. Like, Footloose has such a special place in my heart. And even so, both of those movies fell flat to me. They're not like total trash.
No, they're not.
They're not Cats.
I think they fell flat because they're not memorable. Again, I love Footloose. I did Footloose my freshman year of high school. Our high school did it, and it was tremendous.
Let's hear it for the boy.
No.
You were the priest.
No, I was just a teenage girl that was in every number. I had a blast though.
Oh right, the teenage girl in every number. Yeah,
that was me.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was at the front of the stage. I was at the front of the group numbers though. That was fun.
Cool. Oh, featured on something. Let's go.
But it was a blast. That was one of those shows that it was just fun to be a part of because all the dancing was really fun.
Next we have Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge can do anything it wants to, except to be a Broadway musical.
The Broadway musical is garbage.
I'm sorry,
I will die on this hill.
I really
it is
did
so bad. But we're not talking about that.
The source material. I don't know how you mess up source material like this, but the source material is defying gravity.
Right?
It is.
It's perfect.
It's a perfect movie musical. It has its own unique energy to it. It's a very specific style of movie.
It's so fantastical.
It's very fantastical.
We got Ewan in there.
It's musical theater. Like, it's so fantastical. It is magic. The performances are great. Nicole Kidman is great in it.
She's fantastic.
Everyone in it.
It's a great and to your point, it is musical theater. This is a great example of the creative team of this piece understood how precious it was. We have to show the theatrical side of musical theater through cinema. And we have to be precious with it, and they were. I absolutely give this Defying Gravity. This is top tier.
It's Defying Gravity for sure.
Okay, so this next one is another example of a cinema that is just stands on its own as cinema. La La Land.
Yeah, so La La Land is a movie musical. An original piece. It is more movie than musical.
Correct.
Yes, it opens with a really cute opening number, which is very
dope.
It's very cool, very creative. When I think of La La Land, I'm not like, oh yes, I need to see this on the stage.
And the thing that bothers me so much about La La Land is the way that the entire world just sucked it off so hard. It was just this is the musical movie. These performances define the genre.
No,
it's just
they didn't.
What are you talking about? Put La La Land next to Spring Awakening. Put it next to Company. Put it next to any Rodgers and Hammerstein. Put it next to any Andrew Lloyd Webber. Put it next to any Sondheim. What are you literally talking about?
And that's what I'm saying is it lands way more in the movie side because I do think the cinematography in it is gorgeous.
Yep.
The little iconic number where Ryan Gosling
around.
Well, no, when they're dancing and she's in the yellow dress. Yeah. That's stunning, but it just kind of lands in the middle for me.
Okay, so you put it choices.
I put it in the middle, choices were made. How do you feel?
It didn't fall flat.
It didn't.
Yeah, I think it's right in the middle. I think that's a great place for it to go.
It's not bad. It's just not standing.
Yeah.
Up next is Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les Mis, as we say in the biz. Rhymed.
Unpopular opinion.
I did too. A lot of people hated on Les Mis.
A lot of people hated it, but I saw it Christmas Day in theaters.
I did too.
Look at us.
Wow.
I mean, and we did not buy tickets far enough in advance, so my mother, myself, and one of my other siblings all went, and we had to sit separate from each other. So I was just a teenager bawling to herself, surrounded by strangers in this seat. I thought it was fantastic. Yes, Russell Crowe was there.
Right, very much a Mamma Mia in terms of everyone was so great except Russell Crowe ruined it. And also was pooping the whole time. I swear by the star.
He was there. He didn't necessarily ruin it for me because so many of the other performances were just great. Anne Hathaway ate.
Absolutely, and keeps eating. But can we also talk about the fact that they got all of those vocals live?
Yes!
That is, to me, I wish that was a genre-defining moment, because we don't see that. I thought, when I saw Les Mis, I was every musical movie from now on is going to do this. And
I wanted them
so few have.
Yeah.
But capture the live musical aspect of a musical theater turned movie. That is absolutely giving credit where credit is due, and
how you get people to Broadway.
And how you get people to, tipping your hat to the true artistry of the actual experience of what this thing is. I thought that was so cool. I thought they did such a good job with it. And they obviously cast people besides Russell who could do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't defy gravity.
It doesn't defy gravity for me.
Standing ovation.
Yeah, I would give it a standing ovation now. Yeah. I'm not going to because I don't want to get up.
No, and we'd be out of frame.
We'd be out of frame.
We do this very carefully.
Yeah.
Make sure we fit in the camera, so...
Standing ovation.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
As always, be sure to like and subscribe.
YouTube.
We love doing these tier lists, so if you have any ideas for what you want us to tier out, drop them in the commies, bro.
The comments down below. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all later. Bye.
Bye.